Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another episode of Mind Offload with me, Babalo MC. Welcome to it. I appreciate you being here, all the views, all the comments, all the engagement. I appreciate it so much. It's so good to know that I am indeed forming my community of people who are a little bit like-minded or who get me or who get these things that I talk about. Thank you so much for being a part of my community, and I hope that I'm also making a difference in your daily life. Welcome to Mind Offload, and for those of you guys who are new here, please do subscribe, and maybe I can start with talking about what is Mind Offload. Mind Offload is really just about decluttering the mind, remove the things that no longer serve your mind, start thinking and applying the things that actually serve your mind, that serve your life, that serve the future that you actually want for yourself. Declutter, just remove the things that weigh your mind down, that hold you back from doing what you're supposed to be doing to improve the quality of your life. Offload the mind of the things that actually do not serve you. That's what Mind Offload is about. That's what I talk about every week on this channel. Thank you so much for being here. So today's topic: do not be a prisoner of your past self. Do not be a prisoner of your past self. The first question: do you owe the old you the habits that have kept you stagnant? Do you owe the old you the things that really just do not serve you? So let's just say, Riri, usually, okay, guys, I actually did not wish you a happy Easter. Happy Easter, happy long weekend. I hope you're having a good one with your friends and family. Like, I'm just like so passionate about this topic that I'm about to talk about today, and I didn't even say happy Easter, everyone. If you're a Christian and you believe in God, Jesus Christ, happy Easter, and I wish you a fulfilling season ahead in your Christian faith. Okay, so back to, do you owe the old you the habits that have kept you stagnant? We say, you know what? No, usually I just watch TV on Saturdays. Usually I just wake up, and never mind, we say what we do, we just get into this way of life that we have been doing, right? For however long you've been alive or alive, or however long you can remember that you had the ability to form habits and you just fell into certain habits. Usually I just watch TV on a Saturday. Usually I just watch TV every time I just come back from work. Usually I just scroll my social media when I am in bed. How long do you want to stay doing that stuff, even though you know very well it doesn't actually serve you, even though you really know very well that you want you usually to be something different? How long are you going to just say, I'm going to do this thing because I'm used to doing it? Usually I just wake up and eat, even though I'm not hungry, but because it's what I usually eat. And maybe you want your future self to be somebody who wants to be a little bit more conscious of when they eat. Am I eating because I'm hungry? I need the energy from the calories from the food. I'm just eating because usually I eat. Am I just scrolling through this social media because it's there? Well, Mark Zuckerberg, they created it, and my mind just also operates accordingly. Usually I just go with whatever actually exists in the world and I just go with it. Do you not want to maybe step out of this usually and think about how life might actually be different if you grabbed a hold of your own mind and what you want to do with it at any waking moment, at any relaxed moment, that you don't just go with the flow, but you actually want to grab control of your mind, and that becomes your usually. That usually I decide exactly how I'm spending my time from the moment I wake up, from the moment that I leave my 9 to 5, and then I'm doing mine, but I can get 5 to 9. Usually I just go with the flow. Usually I just cook. If you're somebody who wants to maybe achieve certain things, I think it would be time to then say, I want to do this and that with my time. I plan to do this and that. I am writing down the things that I want to do. I'm actually going to action the different type of future I want to have. Guys, if you maybe think, okay, this is who, if you're a person who says, this is who I've been for the past 15 years, this is who I've been for the past 18 years. I'm just thinking in terms of myself. I turned 30. Do I turn 34 this year? I turned 34. So let's just say since teenagehood, since I'm 15 years old, where I started piecing together what I actually should be doing. So it's about, what, 18 years since that time, right? So if I am a person who's thinking, this is how I am, this is how I've usually done things, yeah, this is what I do. Do I want to tell that same story for the next 18 years? Do I really, after the next 18 years, want to say, no, this is what I usually do. I just usually watch TV. I usually just watch people living their lives and making their dreams come true on social media. I usually go to places and just watch people building right in front of me. I usually just watch people's graduation ceremonies on social media, and just watch life pass me by. That is what I usually did for the past 18 years. Do I really want to tell that same story in the next 18 years? No, when I'm just thinking and being realistic with myself, that is not the type of story I want to tell. I want to tell my children a different type of story, my child or children, because I'm praying for more children. I want to tell my children a different type of usually, guys. And in 18 years' time, it's here, right? My little one is very young. She's like 2 years old. But that gives me a whole new life. That tells me that I've got 18 years for me to also form a different usually. The type of usually of my dreams, my actual dreams that I'm privileged enough to actually make come true. I can tell my children a different type of usually. You know, like, shouldn't I then maybe begin to be that different usually? Because the thing about children is they live with you, they stay with you, people who are very close to you. You can't tell them a story that you aren't. It must be a story that you actually are. It must be a thing that you actually are, where they can be like, yeah, no, I can corroborate. Yes, you usually read a book. You usually study academic material. You usually try to figure out how to build something or how to unpack that thing and then piece it together. You are usually trying to actually learn a new way of doing that thing. I want that to be my different type of usually. I'm not going to remain a prisoner of my past just because I used to always just sit around and lounge in the TV, just because I used to always just sit around and scroll on my phone. That is not my forever usually. And I just want to challenge you to think about, Ore, are you really just going to stay a prisoner of your past? I know some people are in circumstances that just has them being, but in terms of our mindset, guys, we can be free in our mindsets. We can be free in how we control our spare time. Yes, you might have to do dishes, you might have to cook, you might have to go to school, you might have to get your siblings ready, you might have other different types of responsibilities than what I've got right now, you know. But that little 2 hours maybe that you've got, yes, you must rest. You know how I am. I always advocate for rest. Don't let the things of life demands actually get you down. But those 2-3 hours that you maybe do have, do you say, usually I just go hang out with my friends? Maybe we are afraid of what's on the other side of the new me. If I just change, what is on the other side of the new me? Outside of money, guys, money is not everything. Life is so beautiful when money is not your everything. Like, you'll just really enjoy the ride of becoming this new person and enjoying these new habits that you want to actually start enjoying, because money comes right at a certain point, and then at a certain point it's not there. So you can't just say as long as you're chasing money, guys. I think we must be careful of this obsession. Yeah, we want the instant gratification of money just flowing in right now, because what type of money is that just comes in right now? So do you understand what it is? the process of enjoying the process of being this new you. And maybe we have a fear of what is on the other side of the new me. Will my friends and relatives, family still like me? Will my spouse still like me? Because obviously he married a certain version of me and now I am growing. Will I still like myself? The fear of losing the old me that I like very much. I like the old me. But I mean, in the next season to come in 18 years' time, I know there's things that I cannot sit and say, I'm still entertained by doing that thing. There's certain conversations I don't want to be having in 18 years' time that I used to have and I used to enjoy and they were very fun. But I just can feel what there's certain things I just don't want to participate in. You must move so that maybe the younger kids can then be in that space and then they will outgrow it. So the fear, am I going to like the new me? What does it mean when I lose the old me? How do I then present myself? Who am I going to say I am? How do I then make new friends? Who am I if I'm new to me? I'm just going to be shivery. But I mean, guys, if we do not have the confidence to shed off the old selves, how are we going to then have the confidence to approach new situations of the way in which we are going to actually achieve our goals? How are we going to have the confidence to speak to CEOs? How are we going to have the confidence to speak to managers, to speak to people in certain fields that we want to participate in? If I cannot even build up the confidence to change a small habit just because I say that is who I am, that is what I usually do. If I don't know a skill or the method in which I'm just going to teach myself, or you know what, I'm not going to just sit here and scroll this book. I mean, scroll this phone. I actually want to scroll pages of a book. I want to read about people that have invented Disneyland. I want to read about people who have invented certain academic theories and people are now applying those theories in their businesses, in their lives. And people are living by those theories because somebody developed a certain model of life in academics. How am I ever going to have the confidence to really step out into the world and speak confidently about this new life, about this new path, about this new career, about this new job or career pivot that I want to take, if I don't even have the confidence to just wake up and face myself in the morning and say, Buddy, instead of scrolling your phone, I just want you to scroll a page of a book. Babi, instead of just engaging certain topics or certain things on social media that you really no longer want to be engaging. I know on X we're just always engaging in very, touch and go like things, very, very funny platform. If you really need to de-stress, X is a great platform. But some of the things you're like, on what basis is this person speaking in this manner? On what basis is this person speaking about this person in such a vile manner? Sometimes people get very vile on X, on Twitter. And it's like, what am I still doing consuming this content? What am I still doing just reading this nonsense from this person who never has anything positive to say about another human being, who never has anything positive to say about their own lives, who never has anything positive to say about anyone's company? What am I still doing reading this person's content instead of reading the Business Daily content? Have I subscribed to that? Because I've subscribed to Twitter, I've subscribed to Instagram. Have I subscribed to other information platforms that can actually enhance the way in which I view life, the way I make decisions, the way I decide whether or not to go for a certain investment or not? The way in which I learn new security systems that can protect my family. Do I actually engage that type of content, or do I want to really engage the same type of content forever and ever and ever just because it's funny? Just because it's funny. All I want in my life now is just funny. Like, Fun is good. It helps you to really release some good what is it, good hormones or whatnot, happy hormones, happy vibes. You need that, but you also need some serious vibes. You also need some constructive vibes. You also need some constructive friends. You need to be brave enough to yourself and face yourself in the mirror to say, do I really still want to be going to hang out with those friends? Do I really want to still be consuming alcohol every weekend? Do I want to be consuming alcohol anymore, actually? Or I just do it because that is what we usually do with my friends. That is what we usually do with my cousins. And who am I if I don't go hang out with my friends? Maybe start having these conversations with yourself so that you can be brave enough to still go to the same friends and say, I actually don't want to do that anymore. I actually want to have a conversation about, guys, where is our investment as opposed to our date level? At the end of the year, maybe set up things, different things that you and your friends can talk about. Do we really sit there and talk about maybe like a body count? The young people know what body count is. Do we sit there and have conversations about body count instead of counting the amount of academic books that we have read for the year or for the past quarter? Do I sit there and talk about the type of debt I've maybe accumulated in this past year instead of the amount of or type of investments I've started learning about, where I can put in my 2 cents, my savings in growing it? Do I still sit there and talk about how, this person, they think they are better? Or do I actually say, I come back to my social circles, my cousins, my friends, and say, you know what, this is how I have improved myself, instead of sitting there and watching someone say and saying, Motula, they think that they are better. Are those really the conversations that I will sit and still talk about in the next 18 years of my life because that is what I usually did? Be honest with yourself. Be honest with yourself. Be honest with your goals. Be honest with yourself. I think, actually, which leads me to the next question. Do you overestimate how much time people spend thinking about us? Do we overestimate how much time we think people spend thinking about us? Me. Are you one of those people? Because we think, I don't want to change. My friends, oh my God. Or my families, she has changed. Or my in-laws, she has changed. Or my husband, she has changed. Guys, human beings also have life demands to deal with every single day. I don't think people spend that much time thinking about us. I do not think people spend that much time thinking about us. They can think about you for like, I don't know, 2 hours, 3 hours, maybe even talk about you and say, did you see what this person did differently? Ooh, that was so different of them. Ooh, that was so odd. But tomorrow their reality also arrives at them and they need to move on and they need to start making a plan about how they will meet life's demands. So they get over you. So don't think they're being a prisoner of your old self because what if other people do not like the new version of you? Those people will get over the new version of you so quickly. Do what you do for yourself. Improve the quality of your life, for yourself. We don't think about you that long. We don't talk about you that long. Even if we do, we are human beings. We talk, we think, we're like, did you see that? Did you see what? But tomorrow I have forgotten about you. Well, there's other people who really can go on and on and on. But if somebody really has things to achieve in their lives, they've forgotten about you. So please do yourself a favor. Do not sit there thinking, what will Babi think of me if I change my life? What will Babi think of me if I put myself out there and say, guys, I'm starting a business? What will Babi think of me if I say, guys, I can now make microphones. I'm selling microphones. Babi's not going to think about you for that long. I promise you, I will forget. So please apply the same with other human beings. Human beings forget about you. Do not overestimate the amount of time that human beings think about you. You are not that important to them. You are that important to self. You are that important to yourself. Please take this seriously. Don't sit there remaining a prisoner of your past self. Guys, I think even to our parents and whatnot, they've got their own things. Don't be sitting there thinking, no, my mom knows me like this. No, my father knows me like this. Those people have their own lives. Don't be too attached to the people that are so close to you. No, my sister knows me like this. Guys, people, we are all living the same life and all having to meet the same demands of life. Do not stay stagnant because you are worried that those people want the same old you. No, they also want different things for themselves. Start wanting different things for yourself. Start making a clear and proper decision. I want to account for my every minute. I know I never did. I always just used to sit, laze around. I never just I couldn't tell you what I do from A to B. I couldn't tell you what I've done. If you used to be the person who can't say, this is what I've done since January. Angela, we are in April. We are almost finishing April. I can't tell you what I've done for the first 4 months of my life. If you used to be the person who did that, I hope that you are able to look yourself in the mirror and say, I can change for myself. I can do what I want for myself. I can make my dreams come true for myself. I can set to-do lists for myself. I can actually just start studying for myself. I can start learning how to build a business, how to sustain a business, how to attract clients, how to make profits, how to price products, how to get support from people, how to retain and get returning clients from people. I can learn new skills on a random Sunday. I can just decide, I just want to learn a new skill. To my family, please just excuse me. You guys will have to chill alone for the next 4 hours. I've got some stuff to do for myself. You can do that. Do not be left behind. You've got a very long life ahead of you. Life is long. If you're fortunate enough, if God really gives you even more days of your life, don't give up on yourself. I know that life is not easy for many people, especially for many Black people. I'm quite aware, but we cannot give up. We cannot give up. Take the little that you can, take the time that you can, take the book that you can, expand your mind. You don't have to just be expanding your body and knowing, yes, I know how to lose weight. So I actually was at the doctor the other day and I'm at 59 kg. I think by the time I gave birth to my child 2 years ago, I was at about 74 kg, I think. So I think my pre-pregnancy weight was about almost 69. This is pre-pregnancy weight, before I basically became pregnant and grew a baby. I was living with weight 69 kg, and I'm like, the height is about 1.4 meters, so I'm quite short. So you can imagine 69 kg on my short bones just made me quite a big human being. And to know that I did that for myself, I took myself from what I'm usually 69 kg to a 59 kg. I now have the confidence to tell someone, no, I'm usually quite light. I can feel what I'm light. I can feel when I do my runs now, I'm no longer heavy. I can confidently say, no, I usually run a 5 kilometer lightly. That is my life. No longer take a 5 kilometer walk. No, that is not what I will associate with for myself. And these are things that I'm talking about because it's what I've always wanted for yourself. What do you want for yourself? Really, what do you want for yourself? I know some people will be like, I'm fine sitting here. You're right. I remember when I used to be like this, my undergraduate degree. Just a minimum entry level job where I'm earning a minimum entry level salary. And then one day I was like, Marapabi, God knows, you had big dreams. you had big plans for your life. When we are young, guys, we want to be this, we want to be that. I want to fly, Lina, get on an airplane. If I own an airplane, you're like, one day I want to be in that thing and be traveling the world. One day I want to actually understand what I'm doing when I go to work. One day I want to be in a position where people can come and consult with me for solutions, and I want to be participating in the panel of people, in the boards of people who actually give solutions for the questions that we've got in life, for the things in which how can we enhance our lives of human beings. I've always known that that is who I want to be, but one day life knocked me down very as I was studying. Life just got harder and harder. And one day I was like, get sharp. You know what? I don't want to do anything. I don't want to contribute anything towards life. I don't want anything. I just want to sit here and drink alcohol. Once upon a time, that was me. That was me once upon a time. But I thank God, I was like, but every time I woke up sober, I knew, I want more for myself. I want better for myself. I always knew. The truth of the day is every waking day is such a beautiful moment where you wake up to your true self, your true purpose, your true calling. The true you speaks to you every single day. No matter how much you can fill your life off, you wake up, then you start passing, you're like, let me go see friends, let me go see a boyfriend, let me just... I never have silent moments. We can't even spend silent moments with ourselves. We want to always be intoxicated. We want to always be talking to other people. We want noise. We want to be in these places because we can't even face the fact that there is a breakdown between the person I used to be and the person I actually want to be. There is a crack. My wall that is supposed to help me combat, it is cracked. And I don't know how to mend it back to one piece. One day in life happens. It gets so hectic, your wall cracks. There's things that you'll go through. Your wall will crack. Your wall will crack. When things were just going smoothly with the Pocha, you know what? They're going very much. We are cruising nicely. Your wall will crack. And imagine now, you did not go to a school where they're teaching you guys how to plaster walls back together. You did not prepare to learn how to plaster walls back together. So you start cracking even more and more and more. You now, unfortunately, citing here who you used to be. And then the distance more this wall or your bridge that has cracked. Maybe your bridge has cracked to the other side where you really want to be the type of mother you want to be, the type of grown adult you want to be, the type of 35-year-old you've always dreamed of being one day. Or one day when I'm 35, one day when I'm 33, one day when I'm 40. This is what I'll be driving. This is the type of person I will actually be in my family, in my community, in my workspace, in my friendship circles. This is the type of woman I will be. And then Onomakala, your bridge cracking, and it's cracking further and further. You can see you're going to struggle to jump to the other side. It gets so difficult, but not impossible. You can learn methods to bring or build a bridge or build them. What is the thing that you then have to, I don't know, I'm not in construction, I'm not too sure, but the things that you have to use to actually fix your bridge so that you can still step over to the other side. May you have the energy, may you remember that as much as you are expanding your skills in terms of your physical fitness, you can do the same to your mental fitness, to your mental wellness, to your mental capability. You can do the same and build those pillars and build those metal steels and build those concrete platforms that will allow you to jump or walk, not necessarily jump, walk, continue walking to the other side of who you are meant to be in your adult season, in your 20s, in your 30s, in your 40s, in your 50s, in your 60s. You can still build the platform on which you can walk, use to walk to the other side of you. Do not remain a prisoner of your past. You do not owe the old you anything. You do not owe your old friends the old you. You do not owe your family the old you. You do not owe anybody the old you. The moment you are okay with it, I don't owe me the old me, it is going to be very easy to then integrate this new you, even with your loved ones. With respect, of course, with love, with care. You must continue to care and treat people well. You must treat people well, but you must treat people well in you walking to the other side of the new you. Okay, that is it for today. I wish you a wonderful, wonderful week. Go out there, be the best you that you can possibly be. Be the new you. Do those new habits. Read those new pages. Expand your brain. It's not done giving you your best life. It is not done with you yet. Okay. Cheers, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys next week.